Water wave trapped by the sea. The day Pharaoh's elite army disappeared. The hook, the Hollywood lie. Look at this image. The towering walls of water, the dry, paved-like path, the dramatic escape. It's a masterpiece of cinema. It's also almost certainly not what happened. For decades, we've been sold a Hollywood version of the Exodus that focuses on the spectacle. But when you look at archaeology, meteorology, and the original Hebrew texts, you find a story that is much more terrifying, much more strategic, and, honestly, much more lethal than the movie version. Today, we are stripping away the special effects to reveal the 100% accurate crossing of the sea. We're looking at the military blunder that wiped out the most elite force of the ancient world in a single night. You're about to see the real Red Sea for the very first time. The location, the Red Sea mistranslation. First things first, the name. We call it the Red Sea, but the original text calls it Yam Suf. Accurate translation, the Sea of Reeds. Most historians and geologists point to a series of shallow, swampy lakes, like Lake Manzala or Lake Sorbones. This wasn't a deep-sea dive, it was a tactical nightmare. Why does this matter? Because while a person can walk through a marsh, a 3-ton bronze war machine cannot. Which leads us to the science of the parting. 3. The physics. Wind Setdown, nature's weapon. Forget the magic wand for a second. Let's talk about wind Setdown. Software simulations from the National Center for Atmospheric Research show that a steady 60 miles per hour wind blowing from the east for 12 hours could physically push the water back, exposing a mudflat. But here is the catch. That exposed ground wasn't a dry road. It was a slurry, a mixture of silt and water. It was a giant horizontal quicksand pit. The fleeing Israelites, traveling light and on foot, could scramble across. But the Egyptians? They were driving the Abrams tanks of the Bronze Age. The massacre, the chariot death trap. This is where the miracle meets military disaster. Pharaoh's elite chariot corps, 600 of his best, charged into the seabed. In their arrogance, they didn't see the trap. The heavy wooden and bronze wheels sank instantly. Axles snapped. Horses tripped. In military terms, the Egyptian army entered a kill zone. They weren't just stuck, they were immobile. And then the wind stopped. When the water returned, it wasn't a wall falling. It was a flash flood coming from all directions. Bound to their heavy chariots and weighed down by bronze scale armor, the elite of Egypt didn't stand chance. It wasn't a battle. It was an execution by geography. The evidence, the ghostly remains. For years, divers have claimed to find chariot wheels covered in coral. While controversial, these findings point to a massive maritime disaster involving 18th dynasty Egyptian technology. Whether it happened in a lake or a gulf, the archaeological signature is the same, the debris of a superpower that underestimated the terrain. The conclusion: why history beats the myth. Why does it matter that it wasn't a wall of water? Because the truth is much more powerful. It's a story of a group of refugees who used their knowledge of the land, the wind, and the tides to outsmart the most powerful military on Earth. When we turn history into a fairy tale, we lose the brilliance of the strategy. The real crossing of the sea was a gritty, muddy, desperate survival move that changed the course of human history forever. Call to action. 1. Do you believe this was a natural phenomenon or a divine miracle? 2. Which Egyptian mystery should we debunk next? The pyramids or the curse of Tutankhamun? Let's debate in the comments. Hit that like button if you love seeing history stripped down to the facts. Subscribe for more deep dives into the ancient world's greatest mysteries. Thanks for watching. Keep seeking the truth.